In this video, we pick up right where we left off at the end of the last one. We built this fantastic little island village, and now I automate my food production by building a beautiful and aesthetic animal farm. And we finally get into some XP farming with an automated zombie spawner. If at any point in this video you guys find yourself enjoying it, I would really appreciate a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe if you're new, if you're finding me now for the first time, as I would really appreciate the support as we build this fledgling YouTube community together. Let's get into it, shall we? I wasn't quite ready to start recording, this video, but I have something that I need to show you guys. I'm caving, I'm exploring. First off, I found a geode, which is really cool. I don't have the inventory space to gather any of that resources, but I am at a conundrum because I found a Silk Touch book, and I think I want this Silk Touch book, but I don't know what I want to leave behind for it. Actually, I don't think I need to leave anything behind for it because I've got 9 pieces of redstone. I want that book. I want the melon seeds too. It's okay. I'm leaving the crafting table, I'm taking the seeds, and I should probably find my way out of this mine shaft at this point. I found some other stuff that I think I should show you guys. Aha! I made it back into the big cave. Now I should just be able to follow my very chaotic trail of torches all the way back. But at one of the offshoots of this large cave system, I think... Not that way, this way. I think. Yes? Aha! Yes, right here. I found a zombie spawner while caving, and I just lit up the whole area, and I haven't looted the chest. So there are some useful things in here. There's a bucket and string. I'll take string. I don't have room for the rest. But we have a zombie spawner, my friends. Whoa. Too close. Personal space. Thank you. We're building an XP farm in this video. I can't wait. And I don't think you guys are gonna believe quite where this zombie spawner comes out. I just dug a straight tunnel up, and there's our starter island. Yeah, it's nighttime. Do I have a bed? I have a bed! Yeah, I just dug straight up, so the zombie spawner is either under the water or it's right there under the beach, I think. We'll see. And depending on exactly where it is, that might influence the main aesthetic builds that we do in today's video. I just want to show you guys while I'm here where I went in to start this cave. Well, my caving expedition, and it's right in here. This is actually where I gathered my very first cobblestone of this world. It came from here, I think. And I just went down here, followed the water a bit, I cut it off, and I followed the cave down that way. And we eventually found that zombie spawner and the Silk Touch book. Yeah, this is an amazing start to a video. But before we really get going with any of the building, I just want to show you guys, this is what I brought out from my last main hole, the session wherein I found that zombie spawner now, which is a good amount of resources. All of this I want to smelt. I mainly went for the iron and for the copper because I have less than a stack of iron left and I have no copper. Basically no copper. That stuff's important. Especially if I want to build pretty things. And today I want to build some farms as well. So we're going to need the iron. We're going to need hoppers. But this is what's come out of the latest batch. I have had a previous batch of a little bit of mining as well, where I got a bunch of copper and iron. I think I'm going to smelt all of this down, and then we can have a look at what the actual final results of iron, copper, and gold loot is. So while I wait for all of that to smelt up, I figured it was time for us to move off of our now fully populated island. Except that I'm out of dirt. And these guys still have a ways to go. I need a new shovel, so I might pause those just to get the XP out of them. Yeah, my other shovel's kind of dead. Let's do it. My pickaxe is also kind of dead. Give me that XP. Yay, we're up to 30. Okay, where I want that. Thank you. Goes there. That all goes straight back in there, and that goes in there. I mean, they're a little out of sync now, but oh well. Okay, new diamond shovel. Nope, we're not touching those diamonds. I'm stealing one from here. Unbreaking. Perfect. And efficiency. Okay. I don't need it to be silk touch. That is a-okay with me. Yeah, okay, my dirt and cobblestone hole might be getting a little bit on the big side right now. But it does mean that I can get straight back into finishing my terraforming and building a very simple, very quaint little bridge across the river. And even after that, they're not done. I'm an idiot. They ran out of fuel, so they couldn't finish everything. I have no idea how long they've been standing here not doing anything, but there's so much more to smelt. Why is the sun setting? The sun is always setting in this game. Oh my gosh, it's finally done. That took forever. I should have replaced these two stupid furnaces with blast furnaces ages ago. I'm still not gonna do it though. No, stop telling me I'm not. No. Anyway, whoa. That took like 12 days of me just AFK waiting for stuff to smelt, but it's finally done. That's a lot of stuff. I'm very happy with that. I'm gonna craft down all of this copper, the copper blocks, and then we can grab the rest of this stuff. All of the iron, that's glorious. That's a good amount of iron for today. That's everything that I got mining. In preparation for today's video, hi, that's the introduction done. Yes, it's a bit of a long introduction, I'm aware. Now, we get into what we're doing today, and it's not quite yet that XP farm. Before we sort out XP, I want to build another little farm. Food. Right now, it looks like I've got a lot of steak here, but eventually I'm going to run out, and I don't really feel like grabbing wheat and going to feed my cows. Eventually, I'm going to run out of wheat as well. And I don't feel like going to collect from my massive wheat fields. So we've got a problem. Yeah. We can solve that problem. We're going to build an automatic food farm. One that I don't have to be involved with at all. Maybe. And one that isn't reliant on villagers. At all. Maybe. But before I do anything, my pickaxe and my axe are looking a little broken. I've got a good shovel now, and I have another pickaxe that I did enchant through the course of last episode, but it does not have unbreaking on it. Instead, I think I'm going to make a new pickaxe and a new axe. We got a bunch of diamonds that are kind of spare, so, might as well give it a go. Maybe we get a very good silk touch pickaxe, and I don't have to put that, where did I put it? That silk touch book on the pickaxe. I can save it for something else. But I do need to, and I don't want to use this pickaxe. This pickaxe needs to be flawless when, actually I have one, when it gets enchanted for the first time. I don't know. This is the furnace that I stole XP from to make the shovel. I don't know if it's going to have 3 levels worth of XP in it. It had a lot more than 3. Okay. That means we can roll over a little bit if we don't get good stuff. Books. Lapis. 2 things that I would like to possibly also enchant are boots and a helmet if I can get feather falling or aqua affinity or something on these. Feather falling 3, not good enough. It needs to be feather falling. It needs to be feather falling 4. Unbreaking 3 on a pickaxe. Or unbreaking 3 on an axe. I'm gonna roll over. Oh, that's tempting. No. Not a priority right now. Protection 4, protection 4. Why unbreaking again? Give me something good. Bane of Arthropods sucks. Efficiency? Efficiency. Unbreaking. Aqua affinity. Ooh, that could be nice. Although that just lets me break blocks faster in water. No. I'm gonna go with the efficiency on the axe. That is a very good axe. I'm happy. I'm very happy with that. We've got some more chances. Let's see. And this one is going to give me even more XP because I didn't steal 3 levels worth of XP from it earlier. 2 more levels to be precise. I'm going to put those right back there. I'm not replacing them with blast furnaces. No. Okay, let's see what do we got now. Unbreaking. Protection. Fire protection. And flame. Let's do that. I mean, that's also a very good pickaxe. Okay. I'm not mad about that. And the book? Efficiency 4. Ooh, also tempting. That can go on an axe or a pickaxe. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm doing it. And if I just snag that, I should now have everything that I will need within this chest. And yes, I am making a chicken farm. But before I make the automatic chicken cooker, I first need to make an egg collector, with which I can fill my cooker. And to build that, I didn't actually have to use any of the resources in this chest. Well, I could have, but I didn't want to because the stuff in this chest is very specific for the next build. But I am going to steal half of these eggs, and we're just going to see. Hopefully I get at least 2 chickens out of this. I didn't get a single chicken? What? No! Minecraft! That was 16 eggs! At least 1 chicken. Give me that. Finally, a chicken! Why does this game hate me so? Well, while I wait for that 1 chicken to produce some more eggs, I might as well start by building this chicken cooker done by Chapman. And, well, that is the gist of Chapman's chicken cooker. No nether materials needed, i.e. you don't need an observer or a comparator for this farm to work. You just need 1 dispenser, couple bits of redstone and 2 redstone torches. I include a lever because I don't like that this thing just runs permanently. But basically, if I place the redstone like that, we put down a redstone torch, it's gonna tick itself down, and then we can place a second one, and now they'll just alternate permanently, forever, right? Never ending. It sounds like things are burning. Don't worry, there is absolutely nothing in that dispenser to burn. Nothing. But that's very loud and annoying, which is why I include the lever. You can turn it off, and you should just be able to turn it back on, and then it just keeps going. So, it's all fine, right? We can turn it off. I need eggs, though, because I need to load the top of this thing with as many chickens as I can get in there. And they're going to produce eggs. Eggs are going to be thrown out and forced to hatch by the dispenser. They're going to stand on top of that slab right there. They're going to get... Once they grow up, they're going to get killed and cooked by the lava. It's not lossless. You do lose some. But I'm hoping it'll be good enough because I'm going to be around this area for a long time still, that we should be able to get a lot. I don't necessarily expect this whole thing to be filled with 2 double chests. But anyway. In the meantime, this chicken has grown up and it has produced no eggs yet. Now, I could go and run around these plains and pick up random eggs from stray chickens, but I think my time could be spent better. I'm gonna instead sit in this dirt box and AFK for half an hour or so while I edit the video up to this point. And hopefully we have eggs when we come back. 5. We have 5 eggs. Chicken, that was 36 minutes and you laid 5 eggs. I better get another chicken out of this. You, sir. You, sir. Or madam. Okay, that did not work. All of my trees have grown. I could go chop all of these down. And maybe he'll have eggs for us by then, but I'm not gonna hold out my hopes for that. Instead, I think, my friends, let's get on with the video. Maybe by the time I get back, he'll have some eggs for us by the time I've done all of the other chores and things that I want to get done. This is not spawn chunks, so I don't think that's gonna work. Spawn chunks is way over there on that hill, and I don't think it reaches this far. I don't know how far spawn chunks go, but I don't think it reaches this far. Anyway, lay eggs. So the next task that I need to get up to today is still not quite yet building that XP farm. We'll get there, don't worry, but first, my friends, this is the extent of my storage. Now, while yes, it is very limited in size, I am more concerned by the limitation in diversity currently present here. Specifically, in the wood types. I have oak and I have birch. I need more wood types. Now I know where there are at least 2 different wood types, so let's start there. But I would like to get all of the overworld wood types. By hopping in a little boat, I can very easily just skirt my way around the coast to the first location where I can find a couple of dark oak trees and quickly chop those down, marking off the first of our wood types. Thereafter, I can continue along the same coast to where there is a jungle. Now here I actually find 2 wood types in jungle wood, and surprisingly enough, bamboo. I completely forgot that bamboo is a wood type in 1.20. After emptying my inventory of all of that, I could travel a good distance north to where the nearest taiga biome was. Here, I could find the best wood in the game, spruce. Additionally, I also found some sweet berries and brown mushrooms, but those are just a bonus. Next was probably my favorite aesthetic wood, but the worst one to chop, mangrove. And for it, I had to go 2,500 blocks to the north and 1,000 blocks east from there before finding my nearest mangrove swamp. While I was there, I spent a good bit of time gathering up a lot of mud as well, because I love working with packed mud. And it's a really far distance to go every time I need more. So I'd really rather just stock up with as much as I can while I'm here. That way I don't need to come back too often. The final leg of my journey saw me abandoning my seafaring vessel and taking to the good old-fashioned running shoes. I had to traverse a massive distance across terrain in order to find my nearest savanna biome. Because acacia wood, though shocking and orange, makes for a really good stone pillar. That left me with only 1 more wood type to gather, and by far the longest and most tedious part of today's journey and adventure, to get to my nearest cherry grove biome, which, similar to the mangrove biome, was more than 2,500 blocks away, but by land. This also brought me past my first village encounter of this series, where I could get the rest of the crops for future farming endeavors. And man, does it suck to chop mangrove wood. Why, Mojang? Why? What? Like, seriously, could you not have made it an easier tree? I thought tall oaks were bad. And I mean, I spent a good while chopping stuff. We're currently on day 265. I think I left you guys last at like 230, 225-ish before I went and I looked for all of those trees. Looking for all the tree types could not have taken more than 20-ish days, which means I spent another good 20, 25, 30 days chopping a bunch of wood. And I have to admit, I got a lot of oak, I got a lot of birch, I got some good jungle wood. Dark oak I'm happy with. Cherry wood I'm fairly happy with. Acacia, I could be more, but I'm happy-ish with it. Mangrove though, why? Mojang, look at that. An hour of just chopping mangrove wood got me basically from this stack of roots down. You get twice as many roots as you do actual mangrove logs. And it takes forever. It takes forever. And look at my poor axe, my brand new chop chop. I didn't even get around to chopping any spruce yet. None. Rant aside, I have been very productive, my friends. I've got a lot of carrots and so many beetroot seeds, which is fantastic. Because while beetroot itself is useless, a beetroot field is a fantastic decorative item in a world. I also have a whole bunch of potatoes, and I realize now that this could have been a good food source for me. But still not automatic. No, I had to do all of that myself with a fortune pickaxe. A pickaxe, not a hoe. I had a fortune pickaxe. And I planted a whole bunch of sweetberry bushes throughout the village just for that tiny little pop of color on the lower peripherals. Yeah, I like it. Acacia plants can also work, the little acacia bushes and shrubs. Yeah, they work just as well. I have also set up a very basic semi-automatic, semi-manual bamboo farm where I can just hop down here onto the cobblestone and just walk to the side and chop down most of this and not have to worry about picking any of it up, really. Throw that back down there because I've got 2 hopper mine carts that pick it up. They don't pick it up particularly quickly. It's not lossless. That bamboo over there on top of the other bamboo is to be lost, unfortunately. But, I mean, if I just run past here every now and then and I chop it down, I'm getting a decent-ish amount of bamboo out of it. And all of this was, let's turn that off, meant to entertain me while these 2 farms just got themselves up and running fully. This guy is working. It's pumping out a lot of eggs at this point. I used it to stock up this farm, and this one I've changed a little bit since you've last seen it. Originally, all of my chickens just stood here in where that stone brick block is now, but my fix for it ended up locking that hopper, which meant I couldn't turn it off and have it collecting the eggs in preparation for me turning it on at a later stage. So I split it and I have double the amount of chickens now. Both of these vessels are now entity cram limit. Chickens die if any more grow up in there. And as you can see, I am getting eggs from these that currently this dispenser is locked because I have it turned off here. But if I turn that back on, it's very noisy, but it does work. It drains the eggs out of these hoppers into the dispenser, fires them, and I've got a bunch of baby chickens in there, and they're actually entity cramming at the moment, so I need to turn that off again. Yeah, just like that. And I'm getting cooked chicken. It's slow, and I'm getting more feathers than I'm getting chickens, which is weird. I would have thought the chicken would fall down because it's heavier and the feather would bounce. I don't know, Minecraft physics. But it's working. It is working, and I'm going to be here for a while still in order to now decorate this area. So hopefully we've got a good amount of cooked chicken after that. But of course, before I can do anything, my brain tells me I need to do a bit more landscaping, just tweak it that little bit, and then finally we can come in, we can start by building the farmer's house, who would be taking care of the chickens and these animals. While despite adding the new materials in the form of the jungle and dark oak to this building, I do still want it to read back to what we've already built, so adding a bit of a copper roof with deep slate trims and accent. Then, after even more landscaping in an area where I won't be building today, I finally return to the farmer's house, adding a side canopy where you can store crates and barrels and animal feed, as well as an outside incineration post, an outside fireplace, before decorating our automatic chicken cooker in primarily spruce and stripped dark oak logs. Then, before I could finalize the exterior, the area around this building, I figured I should do a little bit of future planning in the form of figuring out a color palette and an initial layout for this area's roadway. And here I'm using a color palette of packed mud and coarse dirt and jungle wood primarily, which gives that very rural yet well-established feel. In contrast to this, the pathway that cuts through the farmer's plot is a lot more muddy, with path blocks and with podzol leading through and back to where I start building 2 animal pens, one for a bunch of sheep and the other for pigs, which, along with now the chickens and the previous cows, completes the 4 main animals in Minecraft. And whoever said you needed shulker boxes to make a chest monster? This is an absolute mess, and it's going to take me several trips back to my starter house to sort out. But in the meantime, I've done a little bit more work since that last time lapse. I planted a whole bunch of trees and I gave them time to grow up naturally. Got some sweet berries in, and I have this cart here that I don't quite know how I feel about. These wheels, while being the right diameter, I feel, are way too thick. I'm not certain what I would use instead. If you have any suggestions, please do let me know down in the comments. But for now, we've got a short and stubby little cart that could be pulled by 2 cows, perhaps 2 bovine oxen, I don't know. But I like it. It's just got some random storage things on it. It could also easily be extended and be a 4-wheel cart, you know. And yeah, walking through here, I absolutely love this. We get a nice view out to where we'll eventually have ocean and more development out on that island. But for now, it's just a nice view. I didn't want to cover this up too much to obscure that. We've got our chickens, our eggs, and they've been producing a lot. I've just been emptying it periodically and filling these barrels on all 4 of its posts. I'm just gonna have a lot of eggs in reserve. For what? I don't know yet, but we're gonna have them. And then this thing that is making so much noise next to me has not been producing a whole lot. It took me a good while to gather all of the materials for all of this building, and then it took me probably 2.5 hours to do all of this building. So 3 hours, and that's what I've got. 3 hours of me actively being in this area, and I've got a stack and a half of cooked chicken. This might not be my solution to my food problem, but we'll see. I don't want to get into villagers just yet, so for now, between that and the cows and, you know, maybe the pigs and the sheep that I've got in these pens over here, they can help supplement that as well. I have also gone through, and in all of these pens, I've tried my best to ensure that nothing can escape, that nothing can hop out, that everywhere there are at least 2 blocks high. That being said, though, there was a horse that had come from the pig pen. It snuck in from the outside into the pig pen, and then I found it in the sheep pen. And it's not supposed to be able to do that. There shouldn't be any places where the pigs can escape, but I'll keep an eye on it for now, and maybe, you know, if there is such a place, I'll find it in the future. Now, while this is not nearly as big of an episode so far as the last one was, where we built an entire village, basically. You know, that whole island was one video. I do think, and I do feel, that the video now is at a state, at a time, at a place where we could very easily end it, and I would be very happy with it. I'm very happy with it so far. I've edited everything and it's a good time, it's a good video. But, I've been promising you all a zombie XP farm since the get-go. Well, I found that spawner while caving in between episodes, and I think I've had to stand around and wait to breed cows and chickens and to smelt potatoes and things too many times. Just in this video alone, I'm on my 3rd axe, I think my 3rd shovel, my 3rd pickaxe as well. It's time, my friends, it is time that we get some XP going. And that zombie spawner is exactly what we need. It's not going to be complicated and it's not going to be fancy. I have, I think, everything that I'm going to need already in my inventory. So I'll meet you guys down there. Now, the type of farm that I'm building in this video is your typical spawner funnel farm. Ideally, you would want to use soul sand to raise the mobs up and drop them around 22 blocks so that they are one-punch kills. I'm not going to do that. I'm sticking with the theme of not going to the nether for any of the farms in this video, and therefore I don't have access to soul sand, so my zombies are just not going to be one-punch kills. And that is perfectly fine by me. This is an early game farm after all. I did, however, at this transition in time-lapse, just go back and watch the replay footage of it, just to ensure that my distance from the spawner is exactly right. Because if I'm off, the spawner could either not work or I could be too close and the spawning rates would be really terrible. So in the end, on top of that chest that I have there is the furthest viable spot that I've got to stand away from that spawner, and it still works perfectly fine. Now I think I have tested it. I've dropped in and I've done the whole loop of it myself. If I break that, we should see this farm start working. There we go, our first zombies. Let me block that up, and I'm going to place another torch in there. Did I block this up? Oh, that's a mistake. That was a mistake. Can I? Yep. There we go. Should not have left that open. Anyway, it's a bit of a weird loop. I might tidy this up at some point, but for now, I just want to get this farm working. We've got zombies in here. We should get more. If I just stand in here, right here, like this is as far as I can go from that spawner to have it still function optimally. So anywhere in this room, I should be fine. And we should be getting more zombies. So let me kill these guys off. Again, this is not the best or the fastest farm. I'll probably end up getting a smite sword first before anything else, just that I can kill the zombies a bit quicker. But there we go. And now we see I can hear more zombies. Yay! Okay, it is working. It is working. That just means that I'm going to be spending a lot of time down here in between episodes, and we'll probably do a bunch of enchanting at the beginning of the next one. Because the next one, I want it to be a big one. Yeah. I think we're going to the end, my friends. Already! So soon! I know. So, we're at the end. If you've enjoyed this video, I haven't asked at any point throughout, please do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, all the wonderful things. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I can't wait.